Browns name Shedeur Sanders backup quarterback following Joe Flacco trade to Bengals. Cleveland Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski announced Friday that Shedeur Sanders will be the team's backup quarterback for their game against the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Browns traded Joe Flacco to the Cincinnati Bengals Tuesday, opening the door for Sanders to be added to the active roster for the first time in his career. In the team's first 5 games, he was the emergency third-string quarterback. Flacco struggled as the Browns went 1-3 in his 4 starts. He completed just over 58% of his passes for 815 yards with 2 touchdowns and 6 interceptions before being benched in favor of Dillon Gabriel. Flacco served as the team's backup in the team's loss to the Minnesota Vikings in Week 5. Stefanski did not commit to Sanders being the backup quarterback on Wednesday, making fans wonder whether the Browns would have opted to promote practice squad quarterback Bailey Zappe instead. Zappe started the team's season finale in 2024. Sanders said Thursday he was excited about the possibility of backing up Dillon Gabriel. "I'm in a great mental space overall," Sanders said. "I would say you tend to get a little bit more excited when you see a light at the end of the tunnel, for sure. Whatever my role is here, I'm thankful. I'm happy just to do that." Gabriel made his first career start in the team's 21-17 loss to the Vikings last week in London. The 24-year-old completed 57.6% of his passes for 190 yards and 2 touchdowns in the loss. The Browns, 1-4, take on the Pittsburgh Steelers, 3-1, on the road Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. The Associated Press contributed to this report. In Cleveland, quarterback conversations are never quiet for long. The dog pound has seen it all: quarterback controversies, injuries, comebacks, and headlines that seem to change as fast as Lake Erie's wind. But this week, the buzz reached a new pitch when the Browns officially named Shedeur Sanders their backup quarterback, following the surprising trade of veteran Joe Flacco to the Cincinnati Bengals. The move set the NFL world ablaze, not just because of the trade itself, but because it signaled something deeper: Cleveland's trust in their young, electric, and sometimes polarizing rookie from Colorado. The trade that shocked the AFC North. When the Bengals made the call, few believed it would actually happen. Joe Flacco, the 39-year-old Super Bowl MVP, had become something of a Cleveland cult hero after stepping in last season and helping the Browns navigate the chaos of quarterback injuries. But now, after an unexpected offer from division rival Cincinnati, the Browns front office made a move that many fans initially labeled as heresy. Flacco's trade didn't just send a veteran quarterback down I-71. It opened the door for a new chapter in Cleveland's quarterback saga. And at the heart of it stands Shedeur Sanders, son of Hall of Famer Deion "Prime-Time" Sanders, and a player who has carried both expectation and criticism since he entered the league. The call. According to multiple reports, head coach Kevin Stefanski delivered the news to Sanders in a one-on-one meeting late Thursday evening. "Shedeur handled it like a pro," Stefanski told reporters. "He's been preparing like the backup since camp started. Now he's officially in that role. We trust him." Behind closed doors, insiders say Sanders didn't celebrate. He didn't call a press conference or post on social media. Instead, he went right back to work, reviewing tape, walking through protections with the offensive line, and staying long after practice to throw with the second team. That's the Shedeur Sanders way: cool under pressure, quiet confidence, and always ready for the spotlight that seems to follow him wherever he goes. A year of growth and grit. It's easy to forget that Sanders' NFL journey is still in its infancy. Drafted in the mid-rounds by the Browns amid a flurry of skepticism, many saw him as a project quarterback, one with potential, yes, but not ready for the physicality and speed of the NFL. But Shedeur didn't buy into that narrative. He spent his rookie offseason immersed in the playbook, shadowing Deshaun Watson in quarterback meetings, and learning the nuances of Stefanski's offense. "When I first got here," Sanders said in a rare locker room interview, "I wasn't trying to be prime-time junior. I was just trying to earn respect. Every rep, every film session, every snap, respect is earned." And earn it he did. Throughout training camp, reports from Berea consistently highlighted Sanders' poise, accuracy, and leadership. Veteran teammates like Amari Cooper and David Njoku noticed the difference. "You can tell when a young guy gets it," Cooper said. "Shedeur sees the field different. He's patient but decisive. That's rare." Flacco's mentorship and departure. Part of Shedeur's growth can be credited to Joe Flacco himself. The veteran signal caller took Sanders under his wing during minicamp, often spending extra time after drills explaining defensive looks and the importance of rhythm in the pocket. "Shedeur's got talent," Flacco told Cleveland.com before the trade. "My job's been to help him understand how to slow the game down. Once he does that, watch out." So when the news broke that Flacco had been dealt to the Bengals, a team still searching for depth behind Joe Burrow, many inside the Browns' locker room felt conflicting emotions. "It was bittersweet," Njoku admitted. "Joe's like a mentor to everyone. But we're also excited for Shedeur. He's been waiting for this." Flacco, ever the professional, reportedly texted Sanders after the deal went through, "It's your time now. Don't flinch." Inside Berea, a locker room united. Unlike some quarterback transitions that divide locker rooms, this one seems to have united the Browns. Defensive leader Myles Garrett was among the first to publicly support the decision. "Shedeur's been putting in the work," Garrett said. "He's got that fire, but he also listens. You can't teach that balance. He's earned his spot." Even Watson, the team's starting quarterback, expressed full confidence in his young teammate. "Shedeur's got all the tools," Watson said. "Arm strength, accuracy, command. I told him the same thing I tell myself every week. Stay ready, because this league doesn't wait for anybody." Sanders' readiness has never been in question. His father, Deion Sanders, built him for the spotlight long before he set foot on an NFL field. Growing up in a household that demanded discipline, excellence, and mental toughness, Shedeur has always been told to expect pressure and perform anyway. That mantra might define his career in Cleveland. The Browns' quarterback carousel finally settles. 4 years, Cleveland fans have endured an endless cycle of quarterback changes, some promising, others painful. From Baker Mayfield to Deshaun Watson, and now Sanders waiting in the wings, the question remains, have the Browns finally found stability? The front office believes so. Andrew Berry, Cleveland's general manager, spoke with measured optimism after announcing the roster move. "We drafted Shedeur because we saw leadership and accuracy," Berry said. "He's taken every opportunity to grow. We believe he can be a long-term contributor in this organization." That kind of endorsement isn't given lightly in Cleveland, especially at the quarterback position. But the Browns' internal analytics reportedly love Sanders' efficiency numbers in practice: quick decision-making, low turnover rate, and consistent short to intermediate accuracy.